So we're here with Third Movement. I want to bring another video to you guys. I want to talk about the importance, and I apologize for the steering wheel. Just the way I got my camera set up right now. This is, unless you guys want to see the road, this is the best you can do. Best I can do. But I am working on getting other equipment, so I mean that's coming along pretty good. But anyway, let's get into this video. The importance of walking Christ. The importance of walking Christ amongst unbelievers. We have to understand this. There's a quote I love to quote, but I don't know who says it, and I don't even think I quoted it right. But it says that you should always preach the gospel, and if you have to, use words. To me, that's just so beautiful. And the meaning of that quote, or what's behind that quote, or the heart behind that quote is, our lives should be the gospel. The way we talk, the way we walk, the way we eat, the way we do everything should be the gospel, right? Somebody should look at my life and say, man, you're different. Man, you're not the same person. Or man, you're nothing like what I see in the world. And for so long, there's been a movement in the church that says, okay, let's be like the world. Let's make our youth groups something like the world, but just not as bad. Let's just tone it down, but let's make it like the world. When we are to be different, I shouldn't walk the same. When it comes down to things like abortion, I should not walk the same as the world. I can't believe in abortion. I can't agree with abortion. And at the same time, I want to make this right here also true. If you're against abortion, you gotta. If you're against abortion, you gotta be pro-adoption. You gotta at some point adopt. Christians, we need to get over this whole thing of I'm against abortion, but just don't have those babies and struggle with it, but you can't abort them, giving people no other option. But we'll get on that. We'll get into that more in another video. But we have to be against these things. We have to be for things. This whole idea of black and white, this is going to the church. The idea that we have a black church and a white church is I just can't. I don't understand. It doesn't compute with me. I don't understand this idea that one church should be different than the other. Like when I read the gospel, I read a gospel of inclusion, Jew and Gentile, right? I read a gospel that says believers. I read a gospel that doesn't say black believers and a white believer. And it's not on white people by itself. It's black people. We have to go out and say, you know what? I'm gonna try something different. He may not hoot and holler, but is he teaching Jesus? White people, you may have to say, well, you know what? It's a different. They hoot and holler, but he preaching Jesus. We have to get over this. And I don't want to make this video about race at all, but I think the biggest problem with America is we don't talk to each other when it comes down to black people and white people. We don't talk to each other about our issues. Hey man, I hear the crime is high in the black culture in certain parts. Why is that? Why do I hear that? I want to hear from you. Why do I hear the crime is so high? And then listen, right? Open dialogue, and then we can say, well, you know what, man? We don't understand the different markets and all this, and the different why the white people are in power. Why is everything white? Why is the movies white? Why is everything light skin? This thing, we should ask and then listen. I'm kind of got lost for a second in this plaza. But it's the whole idea of opening up dialogue. But I want to do that too. I want to do that video. I want to do that in a separate video. We talk about that too as well. But in this video, I'm saying when we get around the people, we should walk Jesus, especially around unbelievers. And I know I went off into a tangent, but it supports what I'm talking about in this video. But when we're around unbelievers, we should walk like Christ. We should be different. And if they don't like that different, then they're not like that. It's not that they're not liking you, they're not liking Christ. Jesus said they're gonna hate you because of me. So, to be honest with you, I'd rather be hated for Jesus than hated, well, not hated by Jesus, but then for him to say that I do not know you, get away from me. This world don't have nothing for us, but we have something for the world, and that's what the church has lost, the idea that the church has lost the memory or the idea that we have something to give the world. The world don't have nothing to give us. There's nothing the world can give us, but we have something to give the world. So we have to give it to them, and we have to be different when we get around them. We got to walk different. We got to talk different. We have to be different. We can't be like the world. They saw I'm third movement.